Yeah. 2.3. Two challenges to God's existence. Two common challenges to God are A. Can you show me God? B. Who created God? We shall answer these questions in this section. 2.3.1. Can you show me God? Can we see air? No, we do not. How do we know it exists? We can feel its touch on our skin. Similarly, we cannot see the Supreme Being with our eyes, but we can understand God's presence with our intelligence in two ways. 1. Cause and effect. It is common knowledge that dancing puppets indicate an out of sight arrows in motion come from an archer quiver and a fan rotates by the force of electricity. Similarly, our harmonious universe also points to its cause, God. 2. The unseen is proven by the seen. When we see pearls in the necklace, we know an unseen underlying thread that binds all of them together. Similarly, when we observe the universe with its perfect laws, organization, and fantastic design, see Lord, it proves the unseen thread of God's power that binds it all together. A painted rose has one feature, color. A paper rose has two, color and form. A natural rose has three features of forms, color, and also fragrance. We appreciate the artistic painting, a beautiful rose, or a existence of the supreme artist who creates the natural rose with more features. We can logically prove God's existence. See Lord. But people may still demand, first show me God, then I will believe he exists. We cannot see the sun at night with a torchlight, nor we can demand a meeting with the president or the prime minister. First, we need to make ourselves eligible and follow specific protocols to meet these important people. Similarly, to see God, we need to be qualified and follow proper procedures. 2.3.2. Become qualified to see God. A man approached a priest and demanded to see God. It's simple, said the priest. For the next 7 days, don't think of a red monkey even once. You would then easily see God. And on the seventh day, the man returned disappointed. Every time I tried not to think of the red monkey, I ended up visualizing it all the more. The priest encouraged him. Don't worry, now sit here and focus your attention on the red monkey only for the next 7 minutes. Guess what happened? The man failed again. What ups him for the 7 days now seemed exclusive even for the 7 minutes. Humbled by the experience, he gave up his tea demands and sincerely worked on his mind. When there is a water boiling in a vessel, we cannot see its bottom. Similarly, it is difficult to perceive God directly with an unbent mind. We need to purify our hearts through a refining process before seeing and experiencing God. Two friends on a college campus. She, two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom make water. He, atoms, you can't even see these little things. And you want me to believe that by putting a few of them together, out comes water. Give me a break. She, it's a fact. Two atoms of hydrogen and one of oxygen make water. I will believe it when I see it. Prove it to me. She, all right. You are crazy. You can never prove it. She, I can prove it to you. Just come to my laboratory and experiment. The first step is to he. Yeah, right. Now the laboratory. You want me to go into your laboratory and do your experiment your way. That's just brainwashing. She. No, no. If you just take a look down this microscope, he. I'm not going to do any of your crazy rituals. You are trying to convert me. You people are nuts. You believe all sorts of crazy things. Two hydrogen and one oxygen make water. What a joke. She, I can show it to you if you agreed to take a look through this microscope. He, I will never follow your rules. You can't prove anything to me. She, God exists. If we focus our effort and and devotion on God, our lives will become sublime. He, what? Did you say God? This mythological character you can't even see. Worship him and you feel that me to believe that? She. It's a fact. God exists. We become complete beings through devotion to Him. He. Yeah, whatever. I'll believe it when I see it. Prove it to me. She. All right. He. You're gone. You're gone bonkers. You can never prove that. She. I can prove it to you. Just come into the laboratory and do the experiment. The first step is to remove the blindfold of attachments to the material. Oh no, not that lab again. You want me to come into your laboratory and carry out some silly experiments your way. That's again brainwashing. She, no, just begin chanting the holy names. He, I'm not going to do any of that. Convert me? You people are nuts. Believing in God and the spiritual world and whatnot. Spare me. You can't show me God. She, I will show you. Allow me to explain. He, just show me God. She, I'm trying to tell you where to look. He, I will never follow your dogma. Can we see the fallacy of putting the cart before the horse or demanding God appears before us, even before becoming qualified? Braj Kishore Das, Back to Godhead in 1993. It's illogical and unscientific to request an observation before the procedure. Anyone who becomes qualified is bound to see the Supreme Creator. 2.3.3 Who created God? This question is flawed because if by definition God created everything, how can something produce God? We find God without a creator challenging to understand because we live in the world where everything is created at the same point, at some point in time. However, God cannot be made in time. Instead, He creates time, space, and everything within it. 1. God is beyond time. We can compare the universe to a clock that runs continuously from beginning to end. Time is affected by this universe time span. Can a reader demand to see the author within the novel? The author creates a story with the characters, but he or she lives beyond what they write. Similarly, God, the novelist of this universe, exists outside the framework of the limited time and space. How God interacts with this world will be discussed in the last three chapters of this course. 2. God is eternal. Eternal means without a beginning or an end, ever existing. Can anything be eternal, never ending? Matter and energy are timeless. The law of conservation of energy states that cannot be created or destroyed. We can only transform it from one form to another. For example, the construction materials like earth, water, iron, silica, in glass, etc., exist before a building is raised and continue to remain after its destruction. Since matter is eternal, the controller of these elements, who creates and destroys the universe, must also perpetually exist. A potter creates a pot using clay from the earth. Pot creates a pot using clay from the earth. The fragile clay vessel eventually breaks and merges back with the soil. However, the potter remains independent of the pot and the ground. Similarly, God is not affected by the repeated creation and destruction of this pot like universe and remain free. Did the universe come from a big bang? Does man descend from apes? We will discuss these questions and more in the next session. Summary. Two challenges to God's existence are: 1. Can you show me God? We can see or perceive God in three ways. A. Cause and effect. The movement of air causes wind and the electric current to rotate a fan. Similarly, God's supreme power controls and activates the activity. B. Unseen and proven to be seen. Hidden the thread binds pearls in a necklace. Similarly, God's invisible power is behind the creation, design, and organization of the universe. See Lord. C. Become qualified to see God, pure mind and heart. Story. Don't think of the red monkey. 2. Who created God? A. If God created everything, including time and space, who can make God? B. God is beyond time. Has a video game, player is outside the game. C. God is beyond matter and space. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, but only transformed. The elements are eternal. God controls matter and is eternal, immortal. Potter is not created and destroyed with every pot. Similarly, God is not formed and created with the universe. God is beyond all matter. Hare Krishna.